Hello everybody, my name is Pravus, and welcome back to more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. What do we got for ourselves today? Well, I actually found a scenario called Fairy Takeover, which I believe is relatively new to the workshop and worth a shot. Deep in the Amazon rainforests, there is a small section called the Great Magical Fairy Forest, also known as Fern Gully. If anyone who's familiar with that movie, I mean, you've dated yourself a little bit, but that's from my childhood, so... Yay! 30-somethings unite! In the forest, there are tons of beautiful fairies, and there is a queen, but they are all influenced by, but not controlled fully. There are both male and female fairies. A little awkward phrasing there. The fairy queen is pissed that humans are using magic for power, war, money, and other terrible uses of magic. We're using magic? Man, no one told me. So she asked the other fairies to vote to transform every human into fairies or make every human worship the fairies. Well, you know, I'm going to go with the worship option. That sounds pretty fun. So we got ourselves a virus. I'm going to go for the metabolic jump. Let's go to Darwinist and hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Aquasite, Extremophile, and Symptostasis seems fine. Fairy's Blessing. Misspelled because that was not a possessive, but that's okay. No problem at all. Where do we want to start? You know what? We're going to start in Brazil. Because it seems appropriate, right? We're deep in the Amazon rainforest of Fern Gully. And then the pollution monster Hexus comes in and starts destroying the rain. It's a very environmentally friendly movie is what it's supposed to be. About humans being responsible for the planet. But it's got like Robin Williams in it, so I mean, yeah, that's not that bad. All right, this looks like very standard transmissions. We got insect, blood, livestock, and so on. But we also have fairy dust. Infected to give pretty fairy dust that, if breathed in, will infect you. Smells like flowers in spores. Shockingly infective for only 9 DNA. We need to do that. Also, we have water. I don't know if this is kind of a replacement for the air transmission. It might be. We'll find out. Symptoms: blood transfusion. The fairy virus enters the bloodstream. Okay, and then for our standard heat, cold, and drug resistance, viral instability, fairy transformation path, the fairies have voted to transform every human into fairies because it's well known that monarchist fairies believe in democracy. The process is very gentle and relaxing for people. That seems boring. Worship path, voted to make every human worship them. Yes! I think that's what we want to go for. Who wants to have all humans just kind of pass away peacefully in their sleep? No! I'm going to make them worship the true masters of nature. That's what I'm going for. We're looking for 9 points so I can get up to that fairy dust, by the way. Which, isn't that like a code for like some sort of an illicit substance? I have no idea if that's actually true. It may or may not be. We got blood transfusion for free. That's going to lead to steroidal shift, or steroidal. I'm guessing it was supposed to be steroids. People look younger and more beautiful. Oh, because they're turning into little fairies. That's disgusting. Please kill them. What else do we want? Well, let's see. Brazil is considered to be rural, so livestock wouldn't be bad, but that said, water is also pretty darn good. And Brazil is humid, and getting out of here on a boat would probably be worthwhile. Let's now grab the livestock, trying to build up some extra modifiers if we can. Fairy's Blessing is now infecting hundreds of people in Brazil. Everyone's looking younger. We're like, what's the frickin' secret? Answer, grab a fairy and shove it on your face and rub it around a little bit and, yeah, just toss it in the trash after you're done. I don't know. Just trying to think, what would you frickin' do with the fairy if you saw it? What would humans do if we saw fairies? Answer, capture them and exploit them in every possible way. That's what we would do. And I fully support that, by the way. Don't think that I'm judging. Oh, lordy, I am most certainly not judging on that one. That is the first thing I would do. We can go for insects, which is going to be good in the hot climates, which again helps us spread faster in Brazil since we seem to be having issues. People just became happy. No, you're not allowed to become happy. What is this nonsense? People are happy. Dear God, someone write the media. We need to fix this. You're supposed to be miserable. Oh, we spread into Bolivia. Well, finally, we got the heck out of Brazil. Yeah, no, people aren't allowed to be happy. You're supposed to pursue happiness. That's it. We all have the right to pursue happiness. You're not actually allowed to be happy, though. If you do, well, you've done something wrong. Calmness. Oh my gosh, they're all becoming super zen. All right, let's go for some birds. I would like to get a little bit of extra cross-border transmission if possible. Not seeing much happening as far as boats, despite the fact that we got water transformation, so I'm a little concerned. Pollen and gas in magical forests give of a beautiful, relaxing scent from pollen in a purplish pink color. Why are fairies always associated with purple and pink and stuff? Answer, it's because of stuff like Barbie. I don't know. When I think of fairies and stuff, I think of like the fae folk, you know, the fairy folk. which are like mischievous and potentially fairly dark, truly one with nature and everything that entails, right? That's kind of more what I think about. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab some of the drug resistance as well as a couple levels of the cold resistance. We've certainly spread just fine in Brazil. Now we're trying to get around in Europe and apparently Japan. I would imagine Japan is going to embrace this nice and quick. We got Bliss. You know, I'm getting no severity, I just realized. Does that seem really good? Why are we doing this? Why are we going down this tree? Nothing is occurring. We're not getting any infectivity or severity. I don't know. I have actually no idea now that I think about it. Why are we doing this? Let's get more drug resistance. Drug resistance is still good, right? I imagine it is no matter what. I am realizing that all of a sudden, like in the last 40 seconds, some allergies just hit me really hard. Jeez, I apologize if I give myself a little bit of sniffles. We seem to be getting a lot of points, by the way. Terraforming just occurred. Okay, so now we're getting some more forests. In every climate is a rainforest, minus where human civilization is located and produces a lot of food. Do we eat the humans? That's what I want to do. I don't know. Let's go over the worship path and see if that opens up anything new. No, nothing there yet. Nope, nothing in transmissions either. Is this some sort of a win condition? Is that it? You just get to the win condition and game over, man? Game over? I don't know. Well, we can go ahead and get some extra urban transmission, which will certainly help in places like Europe. We got lots of points we're working with. Let's go ahead and grab some more rodents. I wouldn't mind some blood just for a little bit of poor transmission so we can spread faster in places like Africa, since so far we're a little on the slow side. The lack of air transmission, I think, is kind of murdering me. I think. More insects is not bad. That is a lot of infectivity, since so far the symptoms are doing absolutely nothing. I wonder, what the heck? Singing and smooth talking. Fairies sing to people in person in a relaxing tune to help people to ease the two fears of the fairies, and talk in a very soothing voice to help infecting people. Yeah, this allergies are starting to kill me right now, or maybe it's the fairy singing, I don't know, but either way, hand me a fairy so I can rub it on my face and cure myself. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying with that. It doesn't even make any sense. It's just the imagery is slightly amusing. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some viral instability because I don't know, but it seems like we're supposed to kind of naturally progress down this middle tree. Maybe it's going to turn into a beautiful flower that sprouts or something, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm just going with it at this point. Let's go over some more bird transmission. Singing and smooth talking has occurred. Yay! Infected our singing people. Dear God, no! Stop them! What is this, where you have like the Coke commercials and stuff, I want to sing the world a song in perfect harmony and blah, blah, blah. Okay, now we're going really fast. We have magical forests. Rainforests are transformed into magical rainforests with many relaxing colors and fields of beautiful flowers underground. Massaging. The fairies start massaging people in the magical rainforest to tell them they have no intention of violence. No, no, no. We're just gonna make you all worship us. That's all. Through the power of massages. All right, they're called fairy priests, same size of humans. Magical forest level 2. Oh, well, now we got something to invest in. Yes, give me the magical forest level 2. That's gonna lead to devotion. People have lost interest in the cure and worship their new, beautiful god. Well, that's great, but so far Greenland has resisted the power of the fairies. Devotion has now occurred. Fantastical. Can we please send a boat, thank you, into Greenland? Yay, you're all screwed now, humans. So the last thing that we can get is worship. Amazingly, only 3 DNA points. People are now worshiping the fairies and no longer use magic for power, and fairies can reproduce as well. I'm sorry, could fairies not reproduce before? What is it about the worshiping of the fairies that now they can reproduce? Does it have something to do with the massages? I'm just saying, these are questions I feel like I deserve answers to. We're gonna go ahead and just start working toward I don't have enough points for the environmental hardening. That's what I was shooting for. I wanted the environmental hardening, dang it. Oh well, I was really hoping that maybe we were gonna be able to get some extra cold resistance, but if we can just get Greenland to hit critical mass, we'll be fine. Worship me! No, wait, we've already got it. Oh, no, don't devolve this. We already got this super fast, I didn't even notice. What is this artwork? We started with all the original symbols in the game, then all of a sudden we started getting some kind of creepier stuff. People singing, but in a negative Polaroid, it's a lot creepier all of a sudden. We got this, but what is it? It's a fairy poking out of a page. I don't know, what is this? What is this nonsense? Fairy's blessing is on the watch list. Australia's trying to cure him. Freaking Australia, you heretics, burn! Massages in the magical forest. It feels like the game hasn't caught up to the fact that I've been here for a while now. People are willingly getting infected by going to the magical fairy forest to get massages since the fairies look beautiful, and the forest smells like flowers, and help people relax. The massages are the same size as humans, but with fairy wings. Why did you need to say that? It was completely fine to have the fairies just walking up and down my back, as long as they jump around and apply pressure at the right nodes. Like, I don't mind. People are worshiping the fairies. At this point, the cure has been stopped, and everyone worships fairies and the fairy god. Wait, there's a fairy god now? I knew there was a king and a queen, but now there's a fairy god. My god. All right, well, can now influence every fairy and human to stop using magic evil purposes. I still don't understand how we were using magic for evil purposes in the first place, but I'm disappointed that I haven't been using it effectively, because to this point, I haven't really benefited from it. Well, okay, that took a little bit longer. It was 512 days, only 13% cure progress. I mean, those humans really had very little incentive to actually work against me at all. 50,284 points and 2 stars. So, I mean, obviously the English could use a little bit of work, but beyond that, I mean, it's just kind of a weird little scenario, you know? The symptoms do effectively nothing until the very end game. So you really want to be using the mutation chance to your advantage as much as possible to save lots of points. That's how you end up being economical. The problem is, of course, at that point, you've also, like, removed severity from the game, which means really all you're doing is just focusing on transmissions. And there's not a lot of originality in the transmissions, so you have to go to the abilities, and there's not a lot of originality in the abilities either. So the game kind of naturally limits you to the 2 sections where there's the least customization, and that works to the detriment of the scenario, I'd say, a little bit. So it's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. I think that a little bit of reimagining and making the symptoms actually worthwhile picking up in some way, or at least getting some more customization in the transmissions and abilities, would go a long way. I'll give it a tentative yes, but a bit of work would be useful, I think. All right, well, that was nice and quick. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.